right, welcome back everyone to, believe it or not, this is episode number 10.
What's up? Hello.
I hope everyone had a good week. We are on a Tuesday today. School was off yesterday and no time to record, and go figure that we are on a time crunch today as well. But nonetheless, we're here for episode 10, and we got some stuff to share to you guys. You just got done skating, so
I did.
You got your session
you're a
in.
Skater, Mom. You said, "See you later, Mom."
I don't even know that song.
Well, it's Avril Lavigne, but it's Skater Boy. Said you're a skater boy. Said, "See you later, boy." But I made my own rendition because I'm a skate mom.
I'll push this up. There you go.
Skate mom.
There you go. Yeah. Anyways, we got some crazy current news to get to. Real quick, I just want to I just got this updated on my phone, but you know how the new Raider Stadium is in Las Vegas. They just announced the NFL draft is in Las Vegas, but it's there's a rumor that the stage might be on the waters in the Bellagio. So it might be outdoors, in the stage where the players come up they might build a stage on the waters in that fountain. So that's pretty fucking awesome if they do. It's going to be on the Strip somewhere.
Oh, I was like, well, wait, the stadium's not even near the Strip, so how would that work?
They don't draft at the stadiums.
Oh,
the
okay.
NFL draft where they pick the players.
Oh, they're going to do it at the Bellagio?
There's a rumor that the stage might be at the Bellagio. You know where they say the number one pick in the draft is, and then the team picks their player. Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
It switches every year.
Cool. I get it.
Like last year was downtown Tennessee. I'm pretty sure. But anyways, that's pretty cool.
Nashville?
Nashville. Yeah.
I want to go to Nashville.
Downtown Tennessee. Downtown Nashville, yeah. I know. That'd be a fun trip. And then to get right into it, many of you that live around here know about the Kristin Smarts case. She went missing, what year? A year better with...
1996.
1996. Cal Poly student, right?
Yes.
Cal Poly student. And they've been searching and working on evidence for ever since. And apparently yesterday, the day before, sometime this weekend, the FBI had contacted Denise Smart. Is that the mom's name?
Yes.
Denise Smart.
Mm-hmm.
And this was reported to the Stockton, I think the Stockton Tribune or Stockton Reporter, one of them. But the FBI had contacted Denise and said that they had some new information and to tell them to get ready. What'd they tell them to?
They said basically to be ready. You will want to appoint a spokesperson for the family. And you're probably going to want to get away for a while. A lot of it being because the media is just going to be blowing up. And so whatever this is going to be big and they're going to be bombarded. Really, if you want to get the whole story, the In Your Own Backyard podcast is awesome, and which is really why this case has been just brought up, to the forefront again. It's never been put away, but this podcast has just really it's just reaching worldwide and opening up people's eyes. And now with this new information, there's a lot of speculation. I have my own, but it's intense.
Is that the name of the Facebook group too? Is it the name of the podcast?
In Your Own Backyard.
In Your Own Backyard.
I think it's Finding Kristin Smarts.
Okay, all right. Well, that group is now up to 14,000 people. And I've fallen down the rabbit hole too of all the different theories. One that I was reading this morning of the guy thinking that Ruben, the dad, is just taking everything for Paul. The son, that he just. I don't want to get into it because we could spend forever going on the theories. But for those of you that are here locally, it's crazy, and I don't know. The FBI hasn't said when they're going to announce.
No, and that's also part of the speculation is like, how could the FBI do this to the family? Like, ooh, we have news, and now we're all just waiting.
Last I heard was
kind of crazy
of a white pickup truck that had DNA in it. That was one of the things that I read this morning, and I don't know enough off the top of my head to go into detail, so I'm not even gonna say anything further. But yes, that's what's going on in the news around here, and it's anxious. People that aren't even related to the family are just anxious to hear what the fuck this news is going to be, because it's going to be big. I think
we're all invested into this case for sure.
Yeah. So, moving on to we watched a couple documentaries. and I don't know if we'll have time to do the second one, but I wanted to talk about the Aaron Hernandez one that we just watched. There's not too much new info on it, but we actually watched the season 1 of that new Cheer documentary that's on Netflix. Now, I remember as a kid cheerleading being on ESPN, and I remember when I was in either junior high or high school, that huge Cheer movie with Kristin Smart. No, not Kristin Smart. Oh my God, Kristin.
Dunst?
Dunce, you fucking dunce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
Well, neither do I. But when that came out, and
Bring It On.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I never really. We don't have, like, maybe it is, and I just haven't paid attention. But competitive cheer around here isn't a big thing. And then watching this documentary, I definitely gained some respect for competitive cheer. I did not know the athleticism and the bodily.
What's it called? What was that documentary called?
Cheer.
It's just called Cheer on Netflix.
Yeah. That they all, the guys, the girls, the coach. I mean, the coach is like, for those of you that follow college football, she's like the Nick Saban, the Bill Belichick of cheer. She's just a badass and requires nothing but perfection. Wants everything to be good. But I enjoyed it. I was really impressed by how athletic everyone was. And that they share the same camaraderie that any other sport does, that involves a team foundation. So
yeah, no, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, I did you said that your sister was a cheerleader?
Yeah, my sister did cheerleading.
Was any part of it? I mean, did she ever go on any of that competitive thing, or was it just basically?
She
sports?
thought about it. She went to like I think the UC Davis campus had a big, huge cheer camp. She went to that, and she was pretty involved. I don't know. I didn't pay much attention. I was not a cheer person.
No. But that's a fun. They did well. They built up the hype to the last episode, and I think it was a well filmed documentary that if you're just looking for something new to check out, it was a fun one. It was cool. It definitely opened my eyes to just another competitive sports event out there. So
it was kind of cool though too, because when they were talking to a couple of the sponsors and businesses that are involved with this, I recognized some of the business names, and actually some local clients / family friends here are very involved in the cheer industry and the costumes and stuff. And so it was kind of cool, because then I was like, wait a minute, I'm pretty sure so and so works there, and we looked up their Instagram and Facebooks, and sure enough, in their bio history is they're all employed by this big cheer company. So that was kind of cool. So I think there is more around here than we realize. We're not involved. So
no, it was cool. So go check that out. Cheer on Netflix. It's a Netflix original.
Cheer on Netflix. Check it out.
You gonna do a cheer for us?
No, that's what I thought you were.
No. Now the next I wanted to play a game, but depending on time, I'm gonna move this to the back end of it to see how we are time wise, and if we can't fit it in, we'll just move it. But what it is it's called the Sex with Me Improv Game, and just for shits and giggles to explain the game. You start off with an object. So as I was trying to explain it to Jamie last night, so say for instance, a burning building. So I would start off and say, sex with me is like a burning building, and then I have to say something that pertains to a burning building. So it could be something stupid as hot, or some, sex with me is like a burning building, eventually a fireman will come. Or sex with me is like a burning building, someone's eventually going to get hurt. Something like that, where it pertains, and you switch off, you go for like a minute or so. Don't shake your head.
I need him to show me a sample of this in action, because it's still over my head right now, the same as it was last night. I was like...
I can't believe that you still don't get it.
Well, I don't, because maybe it's because your monotone voice is so serious, so it doesn't sound funny. I'm assuming it's supposed to be funny.
Well, when you're playing it, yeah. I just don't know how you don't understand it. There's a difference between not thinking it's funny and not understanding it.
Well, because sex with me is like a burning building, and then I'm supposed to say hot?
No, you're supposed to make it funny by saying something that pertains to the object. So maybe we won't play it because...
Well, did you see it somewhere?
Yes, and
I
it's
can
very
see other people playing it, so I can get a better, like, it will make sense to me.
No, I read it and I
Oh.
understood it. So the has to do something that pertains to any object. So it could be, you could use the ocean, like maybe I used the ocean as an example last night, and that still didn't work. So,
I know. So you say sex with me is like a burning building, and then you're gonna look at me, and I'm supposed to say
No. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say what pertains to the burning building. So say the object was couch. Someone picked something out of a hat, and they're like, okay, the object is a couch. We'd have to say I would try. It's supposed to be fast. That's what makes it fun. You're not supposed to sit here, take your time, and think what's clever. It's a speed thing. So I'd be like, okay, they hit the timer, and they'd be like, all right, sex with me is like a couch, fluffy. Something like, because sometimes couches are fluffy, and then you'd have to go quick. You'd have to think of something that relates to a couch. So
sex with me is like a couch
it's like
nap.
a couch. I guess you don't. But
Do I say that though, like a couch, and then my answer?
Yes.
I have to throw couch in there. Sex with me is like a couch. Cushy.
Something. Yes. Exactly. Something. See, you're laughing because you're supposed to be stupid like that. There's the object isn't. It's an improv game. You're supposed to be quick, and then think of something. That's why it's funny. So let's say the object was McDonald's, or sex with me is like McDonald's, made fresh to order. Something like that. It's whatever pertains to McDonald's. So. I'll give you time to maybe we won't add that to today's game, and I'll give you a week long's worth to sit on that.
I think it'd be better we pulled the object out of the hat or something like you said, though, just so we don't know what it's coming.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. So anyways,
weird.
God, way to ruin it.
Me?
Uh-huh.
I don't. Well, you're so serious, and I'm like,
I'm explaining it. We're not playing it. And there's the awkward silence.
No, I'm waiting for you.
So because we are on our time, I'm going to share my video for the week. And I have to find the one with Cruz that is similar to this. So the what are the things that the hoverboards that were really popular for the last few years? They have some attachments for kids where they can sit on them.
Not too bad.
And this girl she was spinning so fast.
She's so mad. Get me out of here.
She was ruined.
Careful. Not too bad. Oh.
The mom's laughing.
That's me. When Cruz was out of control.
And so the mom laughing reminds me of when we went to the San Luis Obispo Children's Museum. There's something, they have something in there that you can sit in, like a little bucket that's tilted, and it spins, and then when you get momentum, it just goes faster and faster and faster. And Cruz was on that one time, and he caught momentum, but the way he was sitting in it, his arms were like perched around the rim, and his head was kind of like hanging over. He was only, 2 or 3?
Maybe.
Yeah. And he just starts catching, and then all of a sudden you see his hands just lose.
He just goes like a limp noodle.
He just goes limp. And
I'm dying laughing.
She's dying
I'm hysterical.
laughing.
I don't know if I've laughed that hard in a long, long, long time.
And you hear me saying, "Oh, Cruz!"
Yeah, his daddy freaks
to run
out.
Up to him.
Cruz.
And so that video reminded me of it. I'll have to get that video, and I've been meaning to send that into like the Lad Bible or the Chive or something like that, because it's
hilarious.
It's hilarious. So
so funny.
That video reminded me of that, so that's why I wanted to share that one. So Jamie's memes. You can read it. Oh wait. Oh, the first one. Okay.
I made a playlist for hiking. It has music from Peanuts, the Cranberries, and Eminem. I call it my trail mix. Do you get it?
Uh-huh.
Eminem is the best part of the trail mix, though.
That is a dad joke. It's an ultimate
funny.
dad joke.
And my other one, this one's funny because I've been contemplating on this. Autocorrect it's actually, that's a tweet, right? That would be someone's.
I think so.
I don't know. Autocorrect just changed TikTok to know you're 40 and then power down my phone.
Oh, I see.
So I just thought that was funny right now. I took that from my girl Janelle, just FYI. She shared it on her page, but I've been back and forth with this whole TikTok thing. Same as Snapchat and Vine. I did download Snapchat, but I never used it, so I delete it every time. And I never had Vine. I never had Musical.ly, which I know used to be what is TikTok now.
Which is TikTok now, yeah.
And I go back and forth. I have no desire to have them, but for my business, my makeup business, a pharmacy reposts a lot of TikTok videos. And so I was like, well, shoot, should I have TikTok? Should I be utilizing that for business purposes? And then this kind of summed up my answer for me. And the answer is no. I will not be downloading TikTok because I'm actually going to be 41. So it just struck me funny. It was kind of like, all right, that's how I feel about it. So
don't let a meme.
Yeah, but I've been on the fence about it. Even the reposts of the people they use are half of my age, literally. So
no,
it's just. And I was doing my research on it, and it percentage-wise, 60-something% of TikTok is people that are 30 and under. So that's not my main focus of my base of what I'm looking for. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Gary Vee would say otherwise.
Well, I haven't listened to Gary Vee lately. He also was a big Snapchat supporter, and I still never could figure out how to utilize Snapchat for business purposes. So it just ended up draining my battery and killing my phone.
All right. Let's see. Those were that. I'm going to share. I'm going to share my quote, and it's very, very, very simple. You're going to die. Stop wasting time. And this is something that actually, speaking of Gary Vee, he says quite a bit, like, you are going to die. There's no, and stop wasting time. You can't really look into this on a deep level. There's no interpreting it any other way, which is why I like it. It's just a quote that is very upfront, and it is. You're going to die, and a lot of people tend to look back and have regret some of the time that they wasted. So, yeah, this one fits. Goes back to a lot of the time quotes that I like. I like looking up.
Well, that's one of my favorite Buddha ones. Is all it says is "You think you have time."
I like that one.
That's one of my favorite Buddha ones, and that one always sits with me just because it's like
you think you have time.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
I could do it tomorrow, or I could do it next week. But can you? Will you be able to? Not that I really like that. That's kind of creepy, you know. That was like that other quote that I saw too. Remember, it said, "We always pass the anniversary of your birthday, your birthday, but you don't realize that you pass the anniversary of your death every year too."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that's creepy. Like,
psst, psst. No.
I don't. That's kind of
it is
chilling, but true, But still,
it's inevitable.
Don't love it. What? Spider on you?
No, something just dripped on me.
Oh, don't say that. Not good.
This is from my hair. What the fuck was that?
Only your hair. You just got a shower.
Maybe.
That'd
be weird if it's my own hair.
Cool quote, man.
Easy. Oh, that one was easy. And then while you send me your quote, don't have a good one?
I just, I spend a lot of time with quotes. I love quotes. And when I don't find one that just jumps out at me, oh, no, kitty. It's messing up Cruz's speeds.
No.
Cruz wanted to work on that today when he gets home.
Psst. Hey.
Oh, I thought that was your phone.
Anyway, so my 3 podcasts for this week, Robert Downey Jr. was on Joe Rogan, and it was really, really cool. The guy is super smart. He's really, 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 really into mixed martial arts. Leave that alone. Jesus. And just an all-around good episode. The dude was super energetic, had a lot to say. Obviously, he's on a podcast, but I really like that one. And then the next one is Philosophize This, where a guy breaks down old philosophy and breaks it down into how it translates into modern day society, and just kind of talks about. This one was This one was 3 Islamic Truths, and just basically talked about 3 different Islamic religions that came to the same idea in different ways. And then the last one was Tiger Belly, Less Beef, More You. This one was good. Bobby Lee, obviously, Bobby and Kalila. Bobby kind of breaks down a little bit of his dad passed away before the holidays, so he's kind of been in a deep depression, and he kind of elaborates a little bit on the help that he's getting and what he's doing to kind of climb out of that hole. And you can definitely tell a difference in him as of recent. So yeah, those are my top 3 of the week. Podcasts. There's some good ones, so go check them out if you're looking for some new content to listen to.
I get to watch Bachelorette tonight. Who's watching Bachelorette? Or The Bachelor, actually. I have to watch it the day after because we don't have cable, so I have to stream it on Hulu. I look forward to my Bachelorette and Bachelor evenings. Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
So I think I posted this in my story actually recently, but besides the other ones, other quotes that I have in my phone, this one I still like. I figured I'd share. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Albert Einstein. I like that one just because I would prefer, my place in the world to be valued more than just be a success, if that makes sense at all. I want to bring value. I want to bring something into people's lives, and not just, my own success. I don't know. I didn't ponder on that too much, how I want to break it down, explain it to you, but I think the quote pretty much sums it all up. So be of value in my relationships, in my friendships, in my business. Word.
I like it, and I think you can be of value in many different ways. Whether you're posting something fitness-wise, whether you're making people laugh, whether you're just inspiring someone that day, whether it's one person. I think if you just look to, like you said, be of value, that goes so much farther and will actually get you to success in a indirect way much faster. You might not be searching for success like this says, but it will get you to success if you continue to bring value to people's lives. Jesus Christ. So I like that one.
Yeah, it kind of goes with like trying to get rich. Don't focus on, getting rich overnight. Focus on being your value and money and success and all that comes.
If you can find something that you love to do and then master it and bring value to people with that in mind, then you will. You'll get rich indirectly. It'll all come to you. But if that's the one thing you're chasing is just to be rich, you better have a backup plan. So. Mm-hmm. What else did I have on? I think that's pretty much all I had. I'm going to write down a bunch of objects, and we are going to do this improv game next week. Funny video of the week, Jamie's memes.
Talk about that other documentary. Didn't you mention that?
Which one, the Aaron Hernandez?
Yeah.
No, we could real quick.
I like that one. I enjoyed that.
The Aaron Hernandez, who, those of you who don't know, is a New England Patriot football player who was charged with murder. He's the only professional athlete to be charged with murder and play an entire professional sports season that year until trial and everything had happened. And the documentary was just it was a 3-episode doc. None of the new information was new, but it was his family. His mom was fucking crazy. He had no what am I looking for in the term, like
He had an unstable family life.
very unstable, but the way he had no regard for human life, the way that some of the shit that he was doing, his anger issues. I mean, at the end they kind of, the CTE stuff came out a little bit at the end, but he had problems long before a lot of his brain trauma. But the court cases, the shit that transpired, the shooting and the double murder afterwards. The way he acted in prison, some of the phone conversations, it was just a really good...
He's a loose cannon, that's for sure.
Yes.
And I don't know, I'm probably going to get backlash, but I just don't think he's, like, hot how most people are saying, like, he's so good looking. Like, he's not bad looking. Don't get me wrong. He's not bad looking. In some of his younger years, I thought he looked more attractive than as he got older. And it wasn't because, of his history, like, he's a murderer. Like, that, I think... murderers, there's some good looking ones out there, but yeah, I don't know, I was like, I kept hearing how hot he was, and
I think that's why it was going as viral as it was, is because the topic of him being good looking was going more viral than the actual documentary itself was.
Yeah.
To an extent. But it's a good one. It's crazy. If you like crime and you like, there's not really piecing stuff together because it's been out there for a long time, but
yeah.
For those of you that don't know the story, it's a pretty crazy one. So, what's In the Mind of a Killer? In the Mind of a Killer? Just look up Aaron Hernandez. That's also a Netflix original. I think it's called In the Mind of a Killer, the Aaron Hernandez story, I believe. So, other than that, what do we have? We have anything on the books this weekend? What are we doing this weekend? Yeah.
No, I was bummed. This past weekend I had my monthly migraine, so that's usually 3 days of a migraine. So I missed the Tamale Festival. I really wanted to go last weekend. Friday night was, I couldn't really go on Friday night. I was at my kid's game, but they had fireworks and stuff. We haven't had fireworks in our town in a long time. Even though you thought, like, the town was under attack.
That's a different story for a different day. Man.
But yeah, so Saturday I was laid up. Sunday I was laid up. Last night yesterday afternoon I was finally feeling better. Typical 3-day migraine for me. Nothing this coming weekend, I don't think. Not a whole lot.
All right. Well,
we gotta go rearrange our living room
to
make room for our couch.
Yeah, so we got to get going. We got to go pick up little one, and day late.
At 1:40.
At 1:40. So.
Not like last time where you shut us down and
realized an hour early.
Yeah.
Last time
it
was 12:40, and for some reason
I'm eating Ash when we're done here for a little while, but other than that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, sweet. That's all we got for you today, guys. We will. Is there school next Monday?
Yes.
So we will be back Monday with a little bit longer episode and some more fun stuff for you guys. Hopefully by next Monday, if we have an update on the Kristin Smarts case, that'd be awesome.
Oh, I know. Cool. You also made that post the other day about the Eminem album.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to that. It was my skate music today. Was his new album, and the one song that I had to look, because I usually don't pay attention to what they're called. I just listen and go through the motions. But the one song that stuck out to me that I had to look at my watch and see what song was playing was Godzilla. I like the beat of that one, so that one stuck out. I haven't listened to the whole album yet, but I've always been an Eminem fan. So
he goes absolutely batshit crazy at the end of that song. He goes insane
on Godzilla.
Uh-huh.
I was probably totally kind of distracted though, because I was also trying not to break my neck. So
no, it's insane. So,
but so far I like the album. It sounds pretty good. So
yeah, it's in its entirety. It is a good one. So one of the better ones in its full length that I think he's put out in a while. So sweet. All right. Well, we will see you guys next week.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Oops, not West Side. It was supposed to that. Not that. Brr.
Sex with me is like nothing.